The world of retail. It's more than just where you buy your stuff, isn't it? It's this relentless current, always changing, and it really impacts everyone's daily life. I mean, think about it. That super smooth online order turning up at your door, or those recommendations popping up that somehow know exactly what you want. It's dynamic, it's constantly innovating, and it's transforming really fast globally. So today, we're doing a deep dive into this evolving global retail market. We're pulling insights from some pretty extensive research, the report, Global Retail Market Transformation and Growth Projections. Ah, our mission really is to cut through all that data noise and pull out the most important nuggets, those surprising facts about this huge economic engine that actually matter to you.
Exactly. And this isn't just about the what. We're going to try and unpack the why it matters. We'll explore the core forces driving all this growth and also those unique regional differences that shape how we all shop. Globally, yes, but also right there in your own community.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's unpack this with some pretty striking global figures from the source. This market isn't just big, it's genuinely exploding. So get this. In 2021, the retail market generated over $26 billion in revenue. By 2025, that number jumped to nearly $35 billion. And the projection, it's set to hit an incredible $62.5 billion by 2033.
Wow.
Yeah. That means this market is basically going to more than double in, just over a decade.
That's phenomenal growth.
And that kind of rapid expansion, well, it's reflected in its compound annual growth rate, the CAGR. It's a robust 7.55%. That number alone tells you just how much activity and innovation is really accelerating things.
And what's fascinating here is that this huge expansion isn't happening in a vacuum, right? It's driven by a confluence of really powerful trends. Think about it. There's the unstoppable shift towards digital commerce, making shopping easier, more personalized for you. Then you've got these huge leaps in logistics, supply chain efficiency, which means, well, faster, more reliable deliveries right to your doorstep.
Yeah, that's something we all experience.
Exactly. And maybe most importantly, it's about your evolving shopping preferences. The demand for convenience, for choice, for these seamless experiences. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really shows how economic activity and tech progress are just deeply tangled up with consumer behavior. They're constantly shaping your shopping experiences and choices.
Okay, so those are the big global forces. How do these massive trends actually look when we zoom in on specific regions? Let's take a closer look at some of the growth hotspots, the trends, and maybe think about how these global shifts are playing out where you live or, in markets you might follow. Let's kick things off with North America. The projection there is approaching $24 billion by 2033.
Right. And no surprise, the United States is still the largest contributor here. It's projected to grow significantly. But what's interesting, I think, is while the U.S. sees steady growth, Canada's actually expanding at an even faster clip. We're talking an 8.45% CAGR.
Faster than the U.S.
Yeah.
And Mexico, also showing really healthy momentum. Over 7.4% CAGR there. That's largely fueled by increasing urbanization and also a really rapid adoption of digital payments. It just makes online shopping much more accessible for more people.
Interesting. Okay, let's move across the Atlantic. Europe. Its retail market is projected to hit quite an impressive $17.3 billion by 2033.
Yeah, Europe's significant too. Germany and France are sort of the anchors there. France, for instance, is projected for pretty solid growth, 7.95 per CAGR.
Yeah.
But interestingly, Italy and what the source calls rest of Europe, they're actually showing even stronger momentum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, growth rates above 7.5% and even 8.5% respectively. So it suggests this broader regional surge in some of those markets. The UK, while still a major force, is growing a bit more moderately, about 6.27%.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting, according to the source. Asia Pacific. It's highlighted as a true major growth hub. It's expanding dramatically. Think about this. From under $5 billion in 2021 to nearly $12.7 billion projected by 2033. That's backed by a powerful KGR of 8.43%. It's huge. And, China and Japan, they remain the largest contributors just in terms of absolute size. That makes sense given their scale. But India truly stands out, an exceptional CGR there of 9.19%.
Wow, over 9%.
Exactly. And Singapore, Southeast Asia, the rest of APAC, they're also seeing really significant growth. And this widespread expansion, it's driven by a surge in consumer access to digital platforms and critically just more and more people getting smartphones. It really raises an important question, doesn't it? Like, how much more will technology keep shaping the retail landscape in these rapidly developing economies?
Very good question. Okay, shifting south now, South America. Their retail market is expected to reach $4.5 billion by 2033, which is up significantly from $1.72 billion back in 2021.
Right. And Brazil leads the region there just in terms of sheer volume.
Mhm.
Its revenue is projected to rise to nearly $1.4 billion. But Argentina is another key one to watch. Really rapid development happening there. It's seeing a 9.03% CAGR. That's fueled by investment in retail infrastructure, plus strong consumer uptake of digital channels. So it's not just about growth, it's really a fundamental shift in how people are shopping there.
Seems to be a theme, this digital channel adoption.
Absolutely.
Okay, what about the Middle East? The market there is growing, but maybe at a more moderate pace, projected to reach $2 billion by 2033.
That's right, moderate compared to some others, but still growing steadily. Within the Middle East, countries like the UAE and Egypt are showing above average growth. The UAE specifically has a 7.21% CAGR. It plays a really crucial role because of its vibrant tourism sector and that high-end consumer spending. It attracts global luxury brands, unique retail concepts.
Right, the Dubai effect, perhaps.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, now, we've kind of saved maybe the most remarkable region for last year, Africa. It's identified as one of the fastest growing regions globally. It boasts an incredible 11.03% CAGR.
Yeah, it really is incredible. That's a huge leap. From just over $500 million in 2021 to projected nearly $1.9 billion by 2033. And what's fascinating here is how multiple factors just seem to align for this kind of explosive growth. It's being fueled by rapid mobile commerce adoptions, shopping on phones, vast demographic expansion, a young, growing population, and also significantly improved retail access, not just in cities, but increasingly in rural areas, too.
That combination sounds powerful.
It is. And this isn't just about impressive numbers on a chart. It really signifies millions more people gaining access to goods and services they couldn't get before. It's fundamentally reshaping economies and, daily lives across the continent.
So after looking at all these regions, what does this all mean for us? I mean, from these deep dives, we can clearly see some overarching themes driving this massive global retail growth, right? And it all seems to be converging.
Absolutely. The source really reinforces these core drivers again and again. It's continued digital innovation, it's rising disposable incomes pretty much across the globe, and it's this renewed, really intense focus on improving the customer experience, making it better for you. And if we connect this back to that bigger picture again, it just shows how deeply intertwined economic activity and tech progress are with how you behave as a consumer. It's constantly shaping your shopping experiences, your choices, in ways that, frankly, were hard to imagine even a decade ago.
What a flourishing market, then. The global retail sector truly seems to be a cornerstone of global economic activity, constantly adapting, constantly evolving to meet the demands of this very connected world.
It really is. And, this leads to maybe a provocative thought for you, the listener, to mull over. With this blend of digital transformation and, let's not forget, physical retail innovation, too. With all that driving such massive growth, how might your own shopping experience change in the next, say, 5 to 10 years? And maybe even more excitingly, what entirely new retail concepts might pop up that we can't even imagine today? Things that could fundamentally alter how we interact with the stuff we buy.
That's a great question to end on. Keep exploring this fascinating world of retail, everyone, and how it continues to shape our lives, really, one innovative step at a time.
Welcome back to The Deep Dive. Today we're diving into the global retail market. It's facing some serious headwinds, but also using some incredible tools to completely reinvent itself. Our guide today is the report Global Retail: Dynamics, Challenges, and Future Trends from Cognate Market Research. Our mission really is to give you a shortcut to understanding the forces and, the surprising trends shaping how you will shop next. Okay, let's maybe unpack this.
Yeah, what's really fascinating, I think, from the report is just the sheer speed of change. And the investment is huge. Retailers globally put something like $300 billion into digital transformation last year alone.
Wow, $300 billion.
Yep, it's a clear signal. This isn't just gradual change, it's a full-on revolution hitting everyone.
That's a staggering figure. So, okay, if that much money is flowing in, what are the main things driving it all? The report mentions digital shifts, omnichannel strategies.
Yeah.
What does that actually look like for, us shoppers?
Well, it's less about just, like, having a website and a store separately. It's more about them trying to predict what you'll do next based on everything they know about you online and offline. The real challenge, and the report flags this, is actually pulling all that customer data together from all these different places. It's tough. Only maybe 15% of retailers are really doing that seamless data flow well.
Okay.
And that's where the real value is, making things easier, building loyalty, and, crucially, getting more revenue from each shopper.
And it's not just the technology driving this, right? Our own behaviors are changing things too, like more people in cities, more disposable income, wanting everything now.
Precisely. Yeah, that demand for instant gratification. It's pushing logistics in some amazing directions.
Hmm.
Think about it. The report mentioned one big online grocer. They now do more same-day deliveries in just one city than they did across the entire country only 3 years back.
Wow, that's incredible speed.
It really is. And that fuels things like fast fashion, online groceries everywhere. Personalized service, super flexible delivery. It's not a bonus anymore. It's just expected. It's the norm.
And looking bigger picture, there's this interesting growth in organized retail, like supermarkets and malls and emerging economies.
Oh, definitely. We're seeing places like India, Brazil, parts of Africa, just an explosion of supermarkets, shopping malls, branded stores. What's interesting is how government reforms and foreign investment are helping them almost skip stages. They're jumping straight to modern retail, often driven by mobile phones first.
Okay, so those are the big drivers pushing things forward. But you mentioned headwinds earlier. What are the sort of hidden rocks retailers are hitting? The report talks about challenges too, yeah.
Absolutely. Operational costs are a huge one.
Yeah.
Real estate, shipping stuff around, paying staff, it all adds up. And there's this imbalance, right? Physical stores have all these fixed costs, making it hard to compete with those online-only brands that can scale up much more leanly.
And then there's just the general economic ups and downs. That must always be casting a shadow.
It really does. Inflation, job numbers, how confident people feel.
Yeah.
It hits spending almost immediately.
Right.
And the digital world, while great, brings its own problems, like cybersecurity threats, fraud. Plus, all the rules around data privacy are getting stricter, which means more investment in compliance and just keeping customer trust. That's a major cost now.
Okay, but let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about the more exciting stuff, the future trends that are really changing the shopping experience. This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Yeah, one key thing the report points out is this rise of experiential retail.
Hmm.
Brands are using like augmented reality for virtual try-ons or putting on these immersive events right in the store.
Oh, cool.
It's not just for fun either. It's about creating moments you actually remember, which makes you stick around longer, feel more connected to the brand, and, ultimately buy more.
And sustainability seems huge now, too. It feels like consumers are really demanding it.
It's way beyond just marketing now. People want to know where things come from. They want recyclable packaging, carbon-neutral shipping. Retailers that are genuinely focused on ESG, environmental, social governance, they're standing out. They're actually redesigning their supply chains to be transparent and circular.
That's a big shift.
It is. And the report shows it's a major draw for younger consumers and helps build that long-term brand value.
And finally, AI, artificial intelligence. It feels like it's touching absolutely everything in retail.
Oh, it's completely transformative.
Yeah.
There's this one stat in the report. Companies that fully used AI for their pricing, they saw, on average, an 8% revenue lift.
8%. Just from pricing.
Yeah, and not just by tweaking prices, but because the AI found demand patterns in niche areas nobody had seen before.
Mm.
So from like real-time personalized offers and smart chatbots to predicting stock levels, AI is just making shopping smarter, faster, and way more intuitive.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what this all mean for you, the listener? We've seen this potent mix. Digital transformation, changing habits, global growth, but also those tough challenges like costs and security. Yet it's balanced by this really exciting future immersive experiences, sustainability becoming core, and the undeniable power of AI.
Yeah, and it leaves you with a kind of interesting question to think about, doesn't it? As technology gets better and better at giving us these super personalized experiences, how will that balance against our very human need for trust, for ethical practices, and maybe even community actually shape retail going forward? How might it influence your own choices in ways we can't even quite predict yet?